What is up, guys? We are back for yet another Savage stream. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. We have such an exciting week this week. I'm so happy to be a part of it. It's really cool. We have, this week is crazy. So I'm going to have to go really fast though, so don't get me off topic. So try to keep up too. But tomorrow we have the Ravencoin fork to KawPow. That's on May 6th, Wednesday, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And they're going to fork to KawPow. Should be awesome. We're going to talk more about that tonight. And if you are wondering about what time that is going to be, I'm going to be doing a stream with Serpent X Special Forces, and we are going to probably like dual stream. He'll stream on his channel, I'll stream on mine or whatever. And we're going to be doing some competitions. Dan the Dane's going to be giving 1,000 Raven away. I'm probably going to do 1,000 Raven also. I think what I'm going to actually do is I was trying to think about it a little bit today. So we're going to do a competition where we're going to guess the hash rate after the fork, right? And we're going to say, okay, it's going to happen at 2 p.m. So we're going to figure out what the hash rate is at 2:15 on the dot Eastern time. And whoever's closest gets the 1,000 Raven. But to get my 1,000 Raven, you have to be within 1,000 or 1 terahash. So like if you choose, 9 terahash, it has to be between 9 and 10 or 8 and 9, right? So somewhere in that range, the final hash rate. So I think that'll be kind of cool. We'll do something like that. I think it'll be neat. But here's the time zone. So if you're in, it's UTC 1800, which is 6 p.m. So here are the time zones for the Ravencoin fork, or the times for the Ravencoin fork, all the way across the country here, leaving out mountain time. That's in between. That'll be 7:32 or 7. I don't know why it says 32. Why does it say 32? Anyway, so it'll be 7 tomorrow night, 7 in the evening, and 2 p.m. my time. I'm sorry, no. That's what time it is now. I'm dumb. Okay, so it's 11 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Central time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and 6 p.m. UTC. Okay, enough of that. And then, now going back to the whole crazy week that we've got, then on Saturday we've got the competition, the Veta building competition that Nefarious Technology and Crypto Mikhail are setting up. Going to be awesome. That's a bunch of YouTubers getting together and seeing who can build a Veta frame the fastest. So be sure to check that out. That's going to be at noon Eastern time this Saturday. Should be a whole lot of fun. And then we also have the Bitcoin halving. It's looking like it's going to be close to 12 May. But as you can see, I'm going to do a refresh here because you're probably going to see this number here, the 02 in the morning. It's probably going to be even earlier. So I'm going to do a refresh here. Maybe. Did it refresh? Refresh. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if that changed or not. Anyway, so it's probably going to creep up a little bit, and it might be actually 11 May, but it'll be like probably late in the evening, unless things drastically change between now and then. So you might be wondering, okay, well, why is it changing so drastically? Well, the hash rate, the network hash rate is increasing, which means that the block times are probably going to be decreasing, okay, and it's continuing to increase here. So you're going to get quicker block times, and those quicker block times add up over time. I showed you this before, where if you go to what to mine, not to get too far off track here, I'm just going to go real quick and show you that the actual block times for Bitcoin are not exactly 10 minutes. And you can see right here, they're a whole minute faster right now, almost 53 seconds faster than they're supposed to be. And that's because of that increase in hash rate, right? So, it's going to probably creep up into Sunday, if I was to guess. So, all right. So enough of that. Cool stuff there. One of the most popular questions around the Bitcoin halving is whether or not the price has been whether or not the halving itself is priced in yet. And I think Bruce from over at Ravencoin probably said it best. He said, is the halving priced in? The correct answer is the halving is priced in, in my opinion, it depends on who you are. If you're a trader, you know, whatever, it kind of is, right? I mean, that part of it is probably, has probably affected the value of Bitcoin, and some of that is probably already priced in. It says, however, the reduced supply resulting from the halving is not priced in, right? Because I said this before on the channel whenever we went over the Bitcoin halving before a few videos ago. It can't be priced in because it hasn't happened yet. It's a halving. It's an actual change to rewards that miners are going to receive, so it cannot be priced in ahead of time. It has to happen first, and then it will be priced in. Okay, so enough of that, but it was a good segue because Bruce is talking. Bruce is from Ravencoin, or you know, he's kind of associated with Ravencoin, I guess you could say. You know, Ravencoin is a community project. He's just one of the people that support it. And, you know, so he's talking about Bitcoin here. So we can get into Raven off of his tweet here, because we are going to be talking about Ravencoin tonight. That's enough about BTC. Let's talk about Raven. There's some exciting times, you know, I talked about earlier. Why are they going to do this fork just a few months after forking to X16 RV2? It's because of ASICs, right? So if we go to their white paper, the original white paper for Ravencoin was actually an X16R algorithm white paper. So whenever Ravencoin was first announced and released, and mainnet released and all that, this was the white paper for that. It was a few months later before they actually came out with a white paper for Ravencoin. So the unfortunate side effect of the transition to ASIC hardware is the centralization of mining. So that is what they are fighting. And why, you know, Ravencoin was a GPU mineable project, initially CPU and GPU. And with this as their initial white paper, GPU miners just really got on board, and they're like, okay, this is awesome. You know, this is a community project again. We're going to be able to mine it and support the network and possibly get some pretty decent rewards in the meantime. Then it got hit with ASICs, and they tried to fork to X16R V2 from X16R. That didn't work out very well because they were quickly taken back over by ASICs. You can see right here was the fork to X16R V2, and then it took a little bit of time to figure it out, and then boom, you know, ASICs, FPGAs, all that stuff came back online. And there you go. Probably some hybrid stuff in here, maybe. I don't know. Red Panda Mining was talking about the hybrids today. Honestly, folks like me, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what, you know, hardware is actually on the network. But I can tell that hash rate is not good, right? Not good for a GPU miner, that's for sure. So that's what this is all about. Getting, hopefully, for the last time, hopefully this will be the last time that we will have to fork Ravencoin, because KawPow is a derivative of ProgPow, which is basically an algorithm that is going to level the playing fields, at least between specialized hardware like ASICs and commodity hardware like GPUs. Hopefully it will level the playing field close enough to where there won't be such a centralization of hash rate. You know, you can see this whenever you look at the hash rate of Ravencoin and where the pools are. They're in China, and that means, typically that means, you know, lots of ASICs on the network. So so that's why it matters, is because, you know, they launched Ravencoin on the premise of ASIC resistance. They have ASICs on the network, so they are trying to fix it, and props to them for that. All right, so that is all of that. So how do you prepare for this Ravencoin fork tomorrow as a holder or a trader? If you are just holding Raven and you have a wallet, the desktop wallet, you're going to want to make sure that you're on version 4.1.0 or higher. I think that is the highest right now, 4.1.0. And I would fully sync it, get it all good to go, make sure that your Raven is showing up in there and everything's great. I would also back up your wallet.dat file. You can do that just by going into the wallet or the location where your wallet.dat file is for your Ravencoin wallet, right-clicking on it, copy, choosing a USB drive, for example, right-click, paste. Now you've got a copy of your wallet.dat file. and you can whoops, shit, that's gonna, give me a second. That for some reason, right click is killing my, whenever I try to right click on a USB drive, it kills it for some reason. Okay, so I think I'm still up and everything's good. All right, so that's what you can do to back up your wallet.dat file. Then if you are on the latest mobile Raven wallet from Medici, if you're on your mobile phone and you have the latest update, you should be good. That's the Raven wallet, it's the only one that's from Medici Ventures. I wouldn't choose any other one. Zelcore, well, let me get back to this. So the Raven wallet from Medici is compliant with the fork. Just be sure to have your 12-word mnemonic seed phrase saved. Exchanges and wallets that haven't upgraded to Ravencore 4.1 by now should be considered risky, and I wouldn't recommend storing any Raven there on those if they haven't already updated. Also, it's not recommended to be trading or moving Raven around until a few hours after the fork, when everything appears to be just fine. You know, kind of pay attention to the social medias and stuff like that for Ravencoin to make sure that everything's okay. Last night I mentioned Zelcore wallet status as being only contacted, right? So that they have different contacted like upgraded, or different statuses like upgraded, contacted, notified, whatever. And it was on the Ravencoin community Discord, it was only set as contacted. But Chris from New York, I knew I was going to do that. Chris from New Mexico, one of my viewers, got into their Discord, and apparently Zelcore is good to go now. So, and I figured they would be. Zelcore's all over this kind of stuff. They don't let things like this slide. Zelcore was one of the first wallets to actually implement Ravencoin assets, so I knew that they were all over this, and they weren't going to just let it go and get messed up. So, props to them. Also, so let's look at the different Ravencoin. Now this goes into, you know, how can you mine the new Ravencoin after the fork, right, on the new algo. But we're going to find out something really cool, what I thought is cool, and I'll talk about it in a few minutes, about one of these pools and what they're doing. So this is a search for Ravencoin. So if you go to miningpoolstats.stream and search for Ravencoin, these are all the pools that are supported or that are currently active. You can see how many, you know, miners there are here, how much hash rate they have. You know, this 69% of hash rate unknown. That's a bad thing, because typically that means that there are unknown devices on the network that are not mining to one of these pools. Typically that's going to be FPGAs, ASICs, things like that, whenever they aren't reporting properly to the pool. But you can see that Ravencoin has, the top pools are actually, at least some of the top pools are in China. That kind of also goes along with the fact that they are probably ASIC mining pools, right? And we pretty much know the F2 pool is. But if you click on each one, you're going to find out more about that specific pool, right? Now, I think I clicked on a few of the top ones earlier, and you can find out, this is how you can kind of find out whether or not they're supporting the fork. And I can guarantee you that the majority of the China Ravencoin pools will not be, because why would they be? If they are ASIC pools, then they won't, unless they're going to, you know, unless they've already developed a KawPow and that KawPow ASIC, not likely. But even if they did, then I don't think that they're going to be okay with only a 1.1 or a 1.2 efficiency gain over a GPU, a modern GPU. So I think you're going to see a lot of these pools are going to change drastically tomorrow. Drastically. You're probably going to have like 2 miners and Raven miner and maybe Supernova miner more up at the top, right? They're going to be all the way at the top. And all these China ones are probably going to be way down here, maybe even like 0 hash rate, right? So you never know. But if we go to, let's check out, let's see here. Let's check out miner more first. This was previously the only testnet, Ravencoin testnet mining pool that I knew about for KawPow. And then this one lasted for quite a while as the only one that I was aware of. But now there's also, let me get out of here. There's also BSOD. or BSOD. I don't know how to say that. They also have a Ravencoin testnet right here, testnet pool. So if you're a fan of B-Side, they have it also. Okay, that's great. So you can mine on B-Side also. But a new one that is really cool, I think it's really cool, is Raven Miner. And Raven Miner has the countdown clock. That's neat. Let me do a refresh here. Doesn't really matter. We know what time it is. It's not a block height. It's an actual time. So what I saw up here whenever I went here, I was like, oh man, this is kind of cool. So it says, dear miners, to celebrate KawPow fork, we are inviting you to mine KawPow on our testnet. They give the address and the port. Everyone who mines there between 5 May 5th, 1800, and May 6th at 1800, so one full day, right, will receive a share of 50,000 Raven. Now that's not testnet Raven, that's real Raven, from what I understand, right? So, I mean, if it was testnet, it wouldn't be anything at all. And the best part is, and this is significant here, is this pool and port is going to automatically become the mainnet KawPow mining pool. So that is really cool, right? So you're not going to even have to, hopefully, not going to have to be monitoring your rigs or watching it happen in real time so that you can switch over or whatever. If you're mining on this pool, it's going to work after the switchover. So after the fork, it's just going to keep right on going. And that is really cool. Now, obviously, you know, it's one of those complicated tech things and anything could happen. So I would definitely be keeping an eye on it. But that's a neat feature. I like that. Plus, if you start mining now, you know, you might get a pretty good portion of the 50,000 Raven. I don't know. It's kind of neat. You know, so there's going to be some back and forth to figure out, okay, what's the best thing to do? Because we talked about yesterday, they are programming in, they being the Ravencoin devs, are programming in a 180 block, 180 block difficulty. So the difficulty is not going to change for 180 blocks. I think that's right. It was 3 hours basically, 180 blocks. That makes sense. So we're after the fork, there's going to be a huge opportunity for about 3 hours, hopefully, for GPU miners to recoup some of the possible profits that they've been missing out on since all this ASIC stuff. So it's really cool. After the 180 blocks, DGW, the dark gravity wave difficulty adjustment is going to take over, and then the difficulty is going to adjust every block. So that first 180 blocks is going to be pretty significant. That's going to be neat. All right, so what miners are available to actually mine the KawPow algorithm? So far, it looks like KawPow Miner, that was the original open source miner for KawPow. That one is NVIDIA and AMD, apparently. The newest version is. Then you've got Gminer, which I think is only for NVIDIA. Then you got T-Rex, which is only for NVIDIA, I believe. TT Miner is only for NVIDIA, I believe. And then just today, I think, NanoMiner version 1.9.0, that's AMD only. That came out, I think it was today or real recently. So NanoMiner is out now. So you've got a pretty good choice of miners that are supporting this. So before we get into the actual mining part, I'm going to head over to the chat and see what is going on over here. Okay. All right. What's going on? Crypto Mikhail, Crypto Mining Lifer, Jay Bohannon, Dan the Dane, Chancoin, Batman, Chris from New Mexico. I mentioned you earlier. If you weren't in here, Phantom Spaceman, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Guild War, what is up? I think I got Crypto Mining Lifer already. Crypto Pope, what is up? The original Savage. How's it going, man? Yeah, cool. Yeah, HiveOS is pretty cool. We can actually start with that tonight. I plan all this stuff out. I want to do all this stuff, and then I end up going long, and I don't do it, or I get distracted or something. See you later, Shuby. Thanks for tuning in, man. All right, so let's go ahead. Since we mentioned HiveOS, let's see what we got going on over here. Let me get the chat off my screen so I don't get too distracted. All right, so let's go ahead and set up. So what I want to do with this rig, Kessel, the NVIDIA 610 series GPU rig, is I want to set this up for Raven Miner. Cool, right? So we're gonna try to mine, we're gonna try to let this one run and just hopefully switch over automatically and all that stuff. Now you can't use this information down here because this is x16rv2, so you have to go up here and make sure that you kind of have to, there's no like real help here, right? I mean, there's some help, but you have to kind of figure this out, right? Based on which miner you're using and stuff. But here's the important information right here is Stratum, actually it is the same, but the port is 3838 instead of 3737, right? For x16rv2. All right, so we're gonna grab that, and then in HiveOS, let's go ahead and let's start at the beginning. Let's see if we can do this, because man, it's been a while for me on HiveOS. I don't use it that much anymore, and I forget things. So we are going to try to, now this is assuming that you already have a rig visible, you know, it's already up and running, all that stuff. I've got videos on how to do all that on my channel also. Just search for HiveOS. There's how to do it on an SSD, how to do it on a USB drive, all kinds of stuff. So check that out if you need help with that. I'm going to go to wallets. Let me just check over here. So for the testnet, you know, here's the thing though. Okay. All right. How are they going to switch? You will have to, yeah, you'll have to change your mining rig setup with the new address, because, yeah, how are they going to do that? And yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because you're going to be mining to a testnet wallet, right? If you don't get in here and change it. Okay, so this isn't an automatic thing. All right, so let me revamp what I was saying earlier. It is automatic that the pool's not going to change, but you are going to have to get in there and change your mining address, okay? Because that they don't have that built in here to where it's going to also change your address. That would be neat. But it doesn't look like they are doing that. So total revamp what I was saying earlier. Okay, it's not going to be automatic. You are going to have to change your address. All right. So let me make sure I got this. All right. Yeah, I'm glad I caught that, because that would not make sense. Okay, so because what I'm talking about is the testnet wallet addresses that you're mining to are totally different. You can't interchange these. These addresses are not, a testnet address won't work on mainnet, in other words, right? So if you don't change your address, you're going to be mining to the wrong address, and you're not going to have, it's not going to do anything. There's not going to be any extra Raven in there because it's the wrong network, right? So got to remember that. All right, so let's go in here and create a new wallet. And in this case, it's going to be the Ravencoin testnet, right? So the coin is Raven, but I think that's the way we have to do this. Let me go double check this here. Okay, so let me edit this. Yeah, the coin's Raven. All right, yeah. Again, give me a minute because it's been a while since I messed with HiveOS here. All right, so Raven, the address is going to be, now this is my mainnet wallet here, so can't use that. But I do have my address documented in this document over here, the testnet wallet address. So you get the testnet wallet address by firing up Ravencoin in testnet, and I've got videos on that also. So we'll say Raven T YouTube. Not going to worry about all the other stuff. And then create. So now we've got our wallet with our address in there. Down here. Remember, it's the one with YouTube, YT at the end. And now we need to create a flight sheet. So we're going to type in Raven for the coin. The wallet is going to be Raven T for testnet YouTube. And then the pool. Okay. Now, a lot of these probably aren't going to support, or many of them are not going to support the KawPow algo, but we do know that Raven Miner is, right? Now, these addresses are wrong, right? Because these ports are wrong. So we're going to have to choose maybe advanced. Yep, advanced, and then we're going to go in here and paste our address from the pool, or not the address, but the URL from the pool. And this is the cool part, is that part is not going to change, right? But we are going to have to change our address, or the wallet, right? That looks good. That's going to remain. They'll probably update this to this address, you know, maybe tomorrow, or that URL. And then in this case, the miner. Okay, so this is an NVIDIA rig, and we want to use probably, what's a good one? I wanted to actually test out T-Rex, but I don't know if they have the version on here just yet. So let's go in here, and we are going to check out the setup miner config. We do have KawPow, great. All right, so this is going to be, we can use variables for that. This we can probably use the URL because we put it in there, right? In the settings. Password, we'll use actually, let's use X for that. Not gonna worry about any extra config just yet, but I wanna see if, okay, so T-Rex 15.3. So I don't know the version. Does anybody know the version that supports KawPow? It might be that one. I know where we can find it. We can go to Simple Mining, wherever it's at. I'm looking. Did I close Simple Mining? I also closed it. Just want to check real quick. Let's see, KawPow. Did I say TT Miner? It's not TT Miner, T-Rex. What am I talking about here? I'm getting confused. Getting confused because I'm trying to go fast. All right, it's not TT Miner. Did I put TT Miner in there? T-Rex, okay. Yeah, I got confused. All right, so T-Rex. So now let's go and see. It's T-Rex. 15.3 is KawPow. So that's the one that's in there. So hopefully that will work. So this is what it looks like. We're going to try this out. We'll call it Raven T YouTube for the name of the flight sheet. Create the flight sheet. So now we got a flight sheet for that rig. Let's go back to workers. Put a check mark next to the rig that we want to assign to that flight sheet. And we're going to go up here to the rocket, click on Raven, and we are going to choose Raven T YouTube right here, and then apply. And then that should kick off a reboot, and we will see if we are actually mining on the pool. All right, let me check the chat again. Yeah, right on. I saw, okay, so T-Rex 15.3, all right, great. Yeah, thanks for that. All right, y'all are doing well, helping each other out over there in the chat. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Yeah, see, I was using Gminer. Let's see. A little refresh here, see what we got going on here. It's probably got to download the miner most likely. We can get in here to the remote access and see what is going on here. Also see if Ravencoin's doing a premiere or live. Okay, so he is doing a premiere. All right, so it is mining. Let's see what the that out of there. There are messages. See what we got going on here. Okay, so it's got T-Rex, so that looks right. All right, so right now we are mining on the Raven miner testnet. So let's go in here and see if we can get my wallet address here. I don't even know if that wallet address is right. I might have to switch to that one. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm thinking that I should be able to plug in my wallet somewhere on here and see if there's any data here. It doesn't look like yet. All right, did I make a mistake somewhere? I think everything's good. It is hot in here, but it's 90 degrees in the room. That's why you're seeing these fans go crazy and stuff. Jay Bohannon, I think you'll be good with your old Raven as long as it's mainnet, right? So, yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, T-Rex supports KawPow. I'm using T-Rex right now on testnet. KawPow. Although I'm not seeing anything on the pool side. But I don't know if they have it set up to where you can actually do that with the testnet addresses. Let me try the other address and see if that changes. Let's see here. So this was the latest, I believe. I think that this one's good. Let me try that other one real quick. I just want to see if it changes, you know, the information over here, like it knows what I'm talking about now. So maybe there's not a way of doing this function yet. Actually, let's see here. Click there. Okay, this is a testnet stratum where you can start. Oh, okay, that's what y'all were saying. Okay. This is a testnet stratum where you can start mining testing today using your mainnet Raven address. Okay, who said that? That was awesome. Yeah, good catch. Chancoin, thanks, man. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, this makes sense now. Because, yeah, whenever I was thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to use a testnet address. But, okay, I don't. So I need to use my actual Ravencoin address. Awesome. Okay, great. That's great. So, yeah, we'll use this one. All right, and then this should show up. It is letting me mine though, right? I mean, it's getting good hash rate and everything pretty decent anyway. So let's go into the wallets here, and we are going to go to here change this address out for a mainnet address. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's a great catch. Thanks for that. Yeah, I could have got my address from here too. Okay. So now let's go over here and we'll go to wallet. Actually, let's see if did it restart the rig or anything? Yeah, okay, cool. So the rig config changed, so it is going to restart, right? Or at least restart the miner. So that's good. And then we should be able to come over here. Once I submit a share, then we should be able to see some data here. Yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Yeah, I gave you credit, Chancoin. I saw it. I looked up there. I was like, I read it, but it was one of those hidden messages at first, and I read it, and then it just didn't click. So that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of sense. Thanks for that, Chancoin. I appreciate it. And your dab is awesome too. Thanks a lot. Yeah, you're all over it. You are on it. Okay, so you can see right here the PPLNS earnings, 24-hour earnings, pool earnings on Raven testnet. So this is really awesome that they did this. That's really great because I don't think any of the other mining pools did this, anything even remotely close to this, to make it automated, right? Automatic for the user so that they don't have to be at the rig in order to change something. This is very cool. Hey, what's up, Red Panda? This is very, very, very cool. Love it. So now you can set your rigs to this and not have to worry about changing anything, hopefully. I mean, obviously I would definitely monitor them, but it looks like you can just mine right straight through the fork and everything is great. Should be gravy. Does this have dark? I don't see it, but let's see here. No, I don't see it anywhere on here. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so I'm hitting all kinds of shares here or submitting shares, so I'm good. Getting some testnet Raven. Yeah, right here it says this wallet is not valid. You will not receive payments using this address because it's on testnet. So that's really neat what they've done here because they've just programmed it to where right now it's going to be on that port 3737 or 3838 is going to be testnet, and then all they're going to do is change it over to mainnet and then using this same address. So right now, even though it says that you're earning this, you're really not. I guess is the way you're not going to have access to it because this is a mainnet address, right? So this is really cool what they did. So don't get confused over this because right now it is a wrong address because this is not a testnet address. This is the actual mainnet address. So very cool the way that they're doing this. I like it. Well, we just did it. We just went through it on Hive OS, Red Panda, and it looks like we have no problem here. All right, so this looks great. We're solid here so far. All right, so that was how you would do it in Hive OS. Now let's go to. Let's try it in. Let's see here. What have I got? Hash rate. Let's go to hash rate. And these are AMD rigs. This is an AMD rig. Only 2 GPUs in there right now. So these are RX 580s. And remember, the cool thing about KawPow is that even an RX 580 and 480s, 580s, 570s are going to be okay mining KawPow. They're not going to be as, like, not great like NVIDIA is, but it's pretty efficient. So it's surprising, actually. You can get pretty decent hash rates using an RX 570 or 580. So kind of neat aspect of KawPow. And it's definitely a Windows thing. I wasn't going to say that, Red Panda, but, you know, you said it, not me. All right, so let's check this out. Again, I don't use hash rate a lot lately, so bear with me. Let's see here. I know that I've already got it set up. This is all testnet also. This is MinerMore testnet and using NB miner. Now this rig was crashing. I don't know if it's still doing it now. It looks like it's been pretty solid for a couple hours now, so that's good. I think I had the overclocks jacked up on it, so it kept crashing. But let's go ahead and see if we can figure this out. Now, again, with this OS, Hashrate OS, we are saying that you already have it installed. I've got videos on how to do that on my channel. Also, you know, you've got a rig visible in here that you want to get on KawPow Ravencoin. So let's do that, and let's use a different pool. We'll use B-side just for the heck of it. I think I didn't see any real information in here though on how to. Where's the how to start? But I see this right here. I think that is that the port. Let's go over here. How to start. So let's see if they have something similar. There's my address. The coin is Ravencoin. Let's see if they have. Okay, so they do. So you wouldn't choose this one, right, to do the testnet. You have to choose this one down here. So just type in Raven there and get to the testnet. Next step. I guess that's right. I don't know. We'll see. It's choosing it for me. These are AMD. Okay, which miner do we want to use? We'll try. I've had a lot of success with NB miner, not so much success with KawPow miner. So let's go with NB miner just to speed things up a little bit here, hopefully. Okay, so you could choose solo, and we'll talk about solo in a minute too, because that might be a thing also. All right, so here is our string. That's really weird right there. There's a colon. That's strange. To me, that's super strange. There's a colon at the end of that. I don't know. I wonder why. Is that an NB miner thing? I'm not totally familiar with NB miner, but all the different settings. That seems weird to me. And then there's no like parameter for the password, right? Usually there would be like a -p, right? Anyway, we'll try it out. We'll see what's going on with it. So let's go to, what were we going to use? We were going to use hash rate. So we'll go over to wallets. You pretty much have to start with wallets with everything. So we're going to add a wallet, I believe. So you have different wallet names. I've got them separated out by desktop and Zelcore where the addresses actually exist. So I'm going to choose desktop wallet. I'm going to edit. I think that rig just restarted. No. All right, this looks like it's still good. Okay, so wallets, and then edit, and then we're going to add a coin. I think I'm doing this right because we have to get our address, our testnet address in there. You can see that I've already done it up here. So just to save time, I'm just going to say, okay, you would add a coin and then go through and call it. I'll just go ahead and do it. All right, Ravencoin testnet YouTube. The coin will be Raven. These are coins that I added specifically. I think that maybe this one they added, so Hashrate might have thrown that one in there, so that's good. They've got it separated out already. The other one I did a custom one, and that was before this was available, right? So Ravencoin testnet. So I might be able to choose this one now. That's kind of cool. Let's see here. All right, and then the pool. So we want to use, what were we going to use? We were going to use B-side, right? Let's see if this works. So there's 2 B-sides in here. These are the stratums, okay. Let's go with this one, because I think that that's what it said to use, right? It was something similar to that. 2638. 2638. Now, I don't know. That's what it gave me for the testnet. So I wonder if this is the testnet address. I don't know. Let's see. So wallet. Now that's not my testnet address, so I don't know if this is going to work or not. All right, so we want to use NB Miner. Nope, not NVIDIA. NB Miner AMD 30.2. Sounds good to me. And then save. Now, we might have to come in here and change the address because this is the mainnet address. I just want to see what it does because I want to see if they maybe have something similar to Raven Miner setup, you know, to where it'll switch over. But now we go back to dashboard, I think. Then we're going to choose the rig. You can see how I'm on Miner More and NB Miner already down here. And then we'll choose action, mining, okay. This is the one that we added, the coin, right? And then the miner is the one that we chose. We only added 1 to that coin. So the way it works is, you know, in wallets, you pick the coin and then you add the miners. And we could have added all kind of miners in here for this coin, but we only added the 1. And that just helps kind of make it more streamlined for the stream, for the show. So it's good that we did it like that. So now you can see it switched over to B-side and NB Miner, the newer version, because it was 30.1. It looks like they already released a newer one. So we'll give it a minute, and then we're going to see. We'll go into console and see if we can watch it boot up here and see if we have any errors or anything like that. So that is the string that it's using. And you can see, okay, so that must be, yeah, that must be a NB Miner thing. You see right here where it shows a colon and then the password right here, which was X. Let me zoom up on that a little bit so you can see it. Just a few minutes ago, I was wondering about that, if it was an NB Miner specific thing, and this right here, it looks like it is. So you can see here how it's the address dot worker name and then a colon and then an X, or the password, right? So that's cool. All right, learn something new every day. So I don't want to do that. Let me Control Z. It's not letting me like erase this command up here. Let me just do this here. I'm sure there's a way of erasing it without doing it like this. All right, so now we want to go miner show. See what's going on with the miner. Uh-oh. Miner. Okay, this thing's jacked. Not let me do it. Okay, so it must have failed. Probably because of the address. Maybe the address. So let's go in there and fix that. I'm gonna grab my actual testnet wallet address here. All right, back to dashboard. Give it a second here. This screen only updates once every 30 seconds. You can see that up here. And you can't change it to anything less than that right now. So if you are kind of impatient like me, you kind of have to just hit the refresh button if you want to see what the current status is, because it'll still say like offline, you know, right here, even though it's actually online, right? So it looks like we're online there. So let's go to console again, see if we can maybe figure out what's going on with it. All right, I might have one GPU locked up or something here. Okay, authorized failed, error null. So it's logging into the pool, but not. Okay, so I'm guessing that, let's see here. So this is most likely the actual pool, mainnet pool. Okay. They might just have the pool out there, but not like you're not able to use this tool here to generate the correct parameters and stuff. So maybe that's what it is. Let's go and see. Actually, we can kind of see what's going on with it most likely here. Let's get out of here. And what was I going to do? Train of thought derailed here. Console. Oh, that's right. Go back into the console. See, it restarted again, so now this is going to fail. So while that is going, I will go ahead and switch over to simple mining. We can do simple mining real quick. So again, this assumes that you already have a rig up and running and visible, whether it's AMD or NVIDIA, and you want to begin mining Ravencoin. Again, this is like super exciting stuff. All right. Got these two rigs on simple mining right now. So we'll create a new group. We have to create a new group for the, and these are both AMD rigs. So we'll have to use MB Miner for this as well. So we'll go group config, add a group. We will call it, we'll search for KawPow algorithm, and then that'll get us in the right area here. I think that even though Gminer is listed for RX, you know, AMD, I think that for KawPow it's only NVIDIA. So we'll go in here. Maybe we could try NanoMiner. I haven't tried that yet. Let's try that. So we'll use NanoMiner, and it's a little complicated, I think, on the setup here. So it's a little abnormal. So yeah, this might be fun to try this out. All right, so we'll go Raven T, YouTube, KawPow, something like that. Sorry, I had a cough. All right, and let's see, wallet. So the way this works is this miner actually builds, let's see, it talks about right here. Simple mining creates the config.ini file, which MB Miner uses, or NanoMiner uses, with all the options in it, right? So you just fill this out like this, and that creates your INI file. And I might do a video on how to, because I used to do this all the time with Simple Mining, get in there and actually modify the config file manually so you can add whatever parameters you want. I mean, it looks like you could do it here, but there would be a manual way of editing it as well. So we'll go in here and we are going to use the testnet address first and see what that does. So wallet is going to look like that. Coin, probably be RVN, I would assume. Rig name is using the variable, so that will be whatever the rig name is in Simple Mining. Sounds good. No log is true, so it's not constantly writing to, like if you're using off of USB, then this is a pretty good setting because it's not constantly writing and reading from your USB drive, wearing it out. If you set to no log to true, okay, so it's not going to be storing those logs. Now we have to go to pool. Looks like you can easily set up a backup pool. That's cool. All right, so what pool are we going to use for this? Let's use Miner More. Right here is the URL and the port for the testnet on Miner More. Paste that in there. We won't use any pool 2. I like to live on the edge, live dangerously. One pool. All right. And then restarts 1. I think that's a parameter for, yeah, it says right here, like it'll do a restart if the miner detects a stuck GPU, right? So something wrong with the GPU, it will automatically restart it. All right, so now we're going to choose add group. Now we have the new group created down there. It's not the same naming convention as all of the other ones that I use, right? So that's okay. Go back to rig list. We're going to choose Mustafar. It's a little bit more reliable on restarts. So put a check mark next to the rig that you want to assign the group to. Click actions, group config. Choose the group that we just created. We'll leave it as reload. That miner's not on the rig, so we're probably going to watch it, download it. I would assume it's not on the rig. And then save there. It's going to kick off a restart. So we'll get into the console here and hopefully watch it do its restart and everything. Okay, so it says stopping mining processes. Setting up the, yeah, there it goes. It's grabbing the miner. Okay, so far so good. It looks all right. We got a job from the pool, so that's good. And we got a share accepted. So awesome. On our very first try with NB Mine or Nano Miner. Is that what we're using? I forget. Golly, I get so just. All right, what are we using here? Nano Miner. All right, so first try with Nano Miner, we're good to go. That is cool. Not really going to go over overclock settings. We've done that in a lot of previous videos on KawPow, and Red Panda Mining has a lot on his channel also. I think SerpentX has some. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that have lots of testing. BBT Carter, you know, Bits Be Trippin'. He's got a lot of testing over there on his. He's got a spreadsheet that you can check out for overclock settings. So check out his channel. I'm just kind of scrolling up through the chat here real quick. All right, cool. Y'all aren't really like tagging me a lot, so y'all are carrying on your own, which is awesome. Okay, I appreciate that. You don't just not distracting me so much because I get distracted really easy. So, all right, so man, we've really done a lot, and in an hour we did mining KawPow on Hive OS, Hashrate OS, and Simple Mining, all 3 of them. So that's awesome. That is cool. Didn't use a lot of different miners. We did use nano miner on simple mining, which is neat. See, what do we use on hash rate? We use MB miner. You can see this rig is still having trouble. What did I do? The last thing I did was I changed the address, right? So I guess we could troubleshoot this real quick, find out what's going on with it. So let's see what we are looking at here. Let's go to wallets. Both the wallets are testnet addresses now. All right. So, let's go to read more and see if we can. So it's almost like got a GPU timeout. Let's try something. Let's get in here, and what do we use for simple mining? We went nano miner, and then we use the, I think we used the testnet address, right? Yep. All right, so let's go over here. I don't even know what, I don't know if they have nano miner over here on hash rate. This is a AMD rig. See what kind of miners they have. They have MB miner. They do have nano miner right here. 191. Let's try it. So we're going to add that miner in there. We had pretty good success over there on simple mining, so let's try it over here. So now if we go to dashboard, we should be able to change to that miner, I believe, pretty easily here. Okay, so we need to add it to this coin. All right, so let's do that. I'm probably messing this up. Let's see here. Okay, so this one was on Raven miner. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. So this needed to be, if it's on this Raven miner, then this needs to be the real address. Okay. 38 testnet. Okay. Maybe that's why it was acting weird earlier too. All right, so how can we change the pool? I always forget this part. Crypto Mikkel in here? I think I have to change this. I have to go here, and then there we go. Okay. Apply all. All right, we'll see if that comes back up. What's up, Travis? Thanks for tuning in. We're just doing all kinds of KawPow stuff. And one of the significant things that we found out and discovered today was that Raven miner they have a new testnet for Ravencoin KawPow, the pool, right? And what they've done is they're allowing you to use your actual mainnet Ravencoin address, okay? on the test net, you can see over here, to go ahead and set up your miners and get it all up and running. And then whenever the fork happens at 2 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, then it will just, they're going to switch this over to Ravencoin mainnet and continue to use this address, right? So that is really, really, really cool what they've done here. So that is super convenient. Yeah, Crypto McKill, I was asking about something about hash rate. I think I might have figured it out though. Maybe. Restarted after error. This rig is notoriously bad. I always have a little bit of trouble with it. I'm like totally burning up. I just want to give up on this thing. As far as this rig goes on Ravencoin anyway. Yeah, I gotta wait on it to come back up here. I know it was up, but let's see if we can get it working with Crypto McKill. That sounds like a fun exercise. And if you didn't hear earlier, Dan the Dane is donating 1,000 Raven to tomorrow's stream. I'm going to be streaming the fork, probably about half an hour before the fork, and probably about maybe an hour after, something like that. But we're going to have a little competition. All the viewers are going to be able to, you'll have to be one of the viewers, right? You'll have to be actually viewing. And don't do all that multiple YouTube account nonsense, okay? So just enter once, but we are going to do a little competition on who can guess what the Ravencoin hash rate is going to be after the fork. So what we'll do is we'll say, okay, the time, basically it's going to fork at exactly 2 p.m. Eastern time. Then what we will do is maybe at like 2:15, we will figure out what the hash rate is, what the current hash rate is of Ravencoin, and whoever's closest will win that 1,000 Raven from Dan the Dane. So that's neat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to donate 1,000 Raven also, but you have to guess within 1 terahash of the actual hash rate at the 15-minute mark after the fork, right? So that's the way that's going to work, and should be pretty fun. I think it'll be neat. I don't know, Dan the Dane, what do you think? All right, so Crypto McKill, what does this mean? It means it died again already. So let me go and see what I have going on here. So that's an actual, okay. So what I did was I messed this up. What I should have done, no, wait a minute. We are trying to use, that's right. We are trying to use Raven. Let me double check here. Raven Miner, Raven Testnet. Okay, Raven Testnet. Nano Miner 1.9.1. Yeah, it's just failing like right away. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn the rig off and do a real power cycle here. Okay, so I just powered it down and powered it back up, and I think that maybe that might clear that up. I don't know. We'll see. But we did see this working right on testnet on KawPow and all that earlier. We did hash rate, we did Hive, and we did simple mining. So I should have everybody covered here. This rig died too. All right, so maybe there's something missing in nanominer config that we need in there. And get this rig back on conceal. Yeah, 10.1 is not a bad guess. It's currently 32.73. So you're saying around in here. That's a pretty good guess. But see right here though, there were a lot of GPU miners. And the GPU miners from this time frame right here probably aren't included in this over here, right? So you see how this works, you know, psychologically, right? I mean, it's kind of a neat little test to see what you think is happening, right? Pretty cool. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Yeah, hash rates work. They're working on a lot of other things, guys. I mean, not that they're not working on their OS, but it does work really well, and I use it all the time for other things. But whenever you get into like test nets and wild things that's happening with like Ravencoin in this instance, yeah, the miners and stuff are sometimes not updated, you know, very quickly and stuff like that. So bear with them. They're working. These guys are working hard on other things. But I mean, you're going to get help no matter what on the OS. You know, Crypto Mikhail can help you on it as well. Not to throw you under the bus there, Crypto Mikhail, but yeah. So yeah, this is not. I would say that this is a little bit unfair to them as far as to say that, you know, that it's not going to work. It's probably just something that I'm doing wrong. Like you see right here, it's up now. It already died again, looks like. Yeah, I don't know why that's happening. Let's see if we can get. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Crypto Mikhail. There's just a lot of stuff going on. It's a solid OS, you know, for things that are already out there, but it's just trying to do testnet type stuff. It's not great. Not a fair assessment. Let's do this. Let's just put it on something else, not Ravencoin. Let's put it on conceal and see if it comes up and starts acting right. This one might require a hard boot here. So another option, this is kind of cool. Hey, what's up, Unknown Crypto? Another option, you know, besides the cool thing that we found out about Ravenminer pool with doing the whole switching over for you and all that, or letting you use the mainnet address to mine on testnet for the time being. That's kind of neat. That's a cool feature. But there, you know, some of us might actually want to solo mine too. Now I don't know. Let's go get into. It looks like the only one that's out there is 2Miners and Solo Pool. Let's go to 2Miners. Now what I couldn't find out, they mentioned KawPow up here, you know, when it's going to happen and all that, but I don't know if they are going to have a solo pool right from the start. I didn't get into their support or anything like that. I just kind of looked on here to see, and I didn't see anything that stood out. So I'm thinking that if you want to solo mine, which might be kind of a good thing to do, at least especially for that first 3 hours, those first 180 blocks. So what I might do, I might leave one rig on Ravenminer, that pool, so that it can switch over, and then maybe all the other rigs I might try to solo mine. I don't know, for 3 hours, see what happens. Because the blocks for Raven are 5,000 Raven, right? So that's pretty solid. So if you can solo mine and actually hit a block, that would be awesome. All depends on what your luck is and all that stuff, right? What's up, Hamza? So that might be another option. Solo mining right after the fork might be cool as well. Yeah, this rig just, it freaking hates me, I guess. Yes, Red Panda, I am. I am going to be probably starting at, it's at 2 p.m. my time, right? So I'm probably going to start at 1:30 p.m. Were you thinking about live streaming as well? Because Serpent X Special Forces is going to be streaming also. I think we're going to be doing something together as far as streaming. Yeah, this rig keeps dying. Yeah, so that 3 hours, it might be kind of cool. Maybe what I'll do is I might switch the Kessel rig over to solo mining too. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That'll be interesting. And what would be really cool is to throw all the hash power at it that I can, and during the stream, and maybe hit a block during the stream. That would be awesome. Not likely, but it would be cool. I think that, you know, we certainly are not the only ones that have that idea, right? So yeah, I'm sure that there's going to be lots of hash power thrown at it. What we could do is, let's see, how could we do this? If you're going to be around for the fork, let's see, if there's just 3 of us. Let me think here. Game Pirate, what wallet should I use? just use for the test now? Well, it depends on the pool. Because what we discovered was this pool here, ravenminer.com, testnet.ravenminer.com. You will use your actual mainnet address for this. Okay, so for that pool right there that I just posted in chat, you're going to use your mainnet address, and you can just go ahead and let it rock. After the fork, it's going to switch over. All they're going to do is change the port on the testnet, over here. So so your address is still going to be good, and it'll start mining to your mainnet address. So that's going to be neat. Other pools that are testnet, like Miner More, you have to use a testnet wallet address. So it's not something that you would get. It won't work on mainnet at all, right? So yeah, we've been covering all this unknown crypto during the stream here, but it depends on the pool, right? So you would have to contact your pool or look up your pool and get help on your pool, whichever one you're using, and figure out what you need to do. But most likely, if you're testing testnet, then you're going to be kind of stuck having to reconfigure your miners for Ravencoin mainnet, right? Except or unless you are using ravenminer.com. This pool is switching over automatically using a mainnet address. Yeah, let me think about how we can do the stream. I mean, you can always, in Streamlabs OBS, you can add a URL, right, as another window, another source, and I can just stream. We can stream each other's streams on our stream, right? So if there's just 3 of us, I think we could do that. I think that would be cool. I might have to set it up. Yeah, I'll play around with that. I think there's definitely a way of doing it though. No problem, Game Pirate. Yeah, I think it'll be neat if we get like 3 of us up and doing it. We'll do the giveaway here. And Nim is also streaming? Wow, okay. All right, so this is getting crazy. We might just have too much going on. I mean, we could just let the viewers just fire up all of our channels, right? And just have four views going, or 4 streams going. That would work too, I guess. But yeah, that's a good point, Red Panda. We need to start getting each other on each, on what's the word? Collaborations. We need to start doing that. I think that would be neat. Having each other on each other's streams. That would be neat. We can just see your hands, Red Panda. Yeah, I'm still burnt a little bit. It's turning brown now, though. It'll probably peel, most likely. All right, I don't know, man. I think that it's getting like super hot in here. I've been going for an hour and a half. It is 93 degrees in my office here, so I am burning up. So I think I'm gonna call it quits. I appreciate you guys showing up. Don't forget to. Wow, I just went to 0. Did the stream just end? What happened here? That's weird. Huh, weird. It's showing 0 watching, but anyway, I'll go ahead and finish. Something happened though, because I don't have any background music or anything either. So I don't know if this is still working or not. Let me know if chat, or let me know if, okay, there's everybody back. All right, that's so weird. So weird. All right, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I will see you guys tomorrow at 1:30 Eastern time, so whatever that time is for you. So 1:30 Eastern time is about whenever I will fire up the stream, and I'll try to figure out which, what sources we're going to use for watching the watching. Oh, thanks so much, Dan and Dane. Thanks so much for the 45. I don't know what currency that is though. I know it's Danish, right? But what's the name of it? What's it called? I forget. Yeah, so yeah, thanks so much, Dan. I appreciate that a lot. What was I saying? Yeah, so we'll start at 1:30. I will figure out a good source for watching it happen, right? Watching the fork. And then we'll go from there. Probably stream an hour after, something like that. We'll figure it out. I'll probably, you know how I am. This stream was supposed to be 30 minutes. It's an hour and a half, so there's no telling what'll happen. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay savage, everybody. See ya.